Waduh. Tiba-tiba ada pembunuhan. Chaos unfold.
Oof, a contortionist you were not.
Waduh, kakinya bengkok.
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Ouch, diinjek gitu. Dasi.
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Oke. Sabuk. Kepalanya
Disjointed
keceklek.
vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
Dan tangannya keceklek gini.
Start or finish him off.
Ah, ini dia. Uish. Linkingnya hilang.
A missing pinky. Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Yep.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
Berhasil. Ya, kita menemukan tetangga kita. Tetangga lama. Oke, sebelumnya kita cek dulu ada sesuatu di sini.
Hog Heaven.
Oh, oke. Babi ya? Sepertinya babi. Babi yang menyeruduk ini. Oke, kita cek dulu sejenak. Ada lagi yang lain? Ah, ini dia. Oke. Oh, gajah. Adult elephant. Oh no, dia melihara gajah dan gajahnya kabur. Greenborough Soptic.
Really? People are hopeless.
Aduh, kasihan gajahnya ditunjuk-tunjuk pakai tombak ini. Terus ini adalah rantainya putus tuh,
A strong
teman-teman.
pull broke this leash.
Iyalah nih gajahnya ngamuk ini. Ini bukan darahnya dia
Pool
nih.
of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
Oke.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
Ngapain kamu di sini?
This is quite comfy.
Dia makannya
A
semangka.
royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
Ada lagi? Sepertinya nggak ada. Oh, ada sesuatu nih.
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship.
Pisau.
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
Oke. Kenapa ada pisau di sini? Apa yang dipotong?
It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding.
Oke. Sering dipakai. Ada grindingnya. Mungkin di sebelah sini. Nope, nih bukan. Ini kayak dibongkar gitu ya.
Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Oke. Kita bisa rekonstruksi teman-teman. Tapi sebelum itu kita cek dulu main palace-nya. A gilded cage. Mr. Gilded own a wild animal. Dan fatal battering, dia mati. Karena ini Goliath may have killed Theodore, maybe. Terus bosun knife ini enggak. Kita cek dulu di casebook kita. Ini dia. Elephant's life. Newspaper article from our childhood. It was first time. Oh, oke, ini optional case ya. Ini ada animal suspect. Oke, cukup aneh sih menurut saya. Mungkin ada orang lain ya. Kemana dia pergi? Cuma kalau validasi ini salah paling.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Pakai ini?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oke, mari kita cek sinak. The gate was broken from the inside. The body of man was found. His right hand is missing. It is Theodore Gilden. Beside a small puddle of blood lay a bull hook. With an immense pull, the animal broke the steel chain that restrained it. Holds a coal gas tank that appears operational. Someone fell there hastily, hitting the wall and dropping their knife. It was not a soft landing. Oke, harusnya sih oke, kita pin evidence-nya ini dulu. Gak usah pin evidence juga bisa. Harusnya ini benar sih. Ini orang kabur terus kemudian jatuh ke sini. Validate-nya udah kayaknya.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oke, kita coba lagi yang lain. Kalau misalkan ini apa yang terjadi? Mungkin gini.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Oke.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
All evidence collected. Saatnya kita mencari orang misterius kita. Animal suspect. Oke, ini kita mesti cari di science journalist. Itu artinya kita cari di newspaper. Cordona is home to an elephant creature is large enough to leave footprints 18 inches wide. Without attracting attention. Oke, kita bisa nanya ke orang-orang sekitar. Mungkin ada beberapa banyak orang sekitar sini. Mungkin not this gentleman know the case. No? Oke, pin evidence. Ini dia.
Excuse me, just one question.
That's a question I can answer.
Alright. The elephant named Goliath crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it. Greek bridge ini ya. Oke, kita lari ke sini. Leads towards the forest.
Nice to see you.
Jadi agak, ya kita akan menuju ke hutan. Berarti ada di sekitar sini. Jadi si gajahnya sering diajak jalan ke sini kah? Oke. Wow, what's this? Aha. Elephant's footprint, olive
The elephant
oil.
barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
Ini dia teman-teman. Kita cukup mengikuti aja. Oke, jadi ada di sana. Berbelok. Oh, what's this? My gratitude to this island will grow just as a tree I give to you from the most responsible citizen Cordona T. Gilden. Oke. Ya ada di situ. Waduh, gajahnya. Recently broken elephant ran
Okay,
past.
hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
Dia ada di sekitar sini. Nah, dia berbelok ke sebelah sini. Masih terus? Masih. Oh, ada John di situ. Elephant went deeper. Waduh, dia turun sini. Hai John.
Wanna go for a swim?
More likely. Hey, waduh apa ini?
Strange. It was hung with care.
Ada baju orang di sini. Kunci.
The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Dear Theodore, I'm writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as value the lives of our people. And being made to look weak in the eyes of our neighbor, they believe that your tree is a mockery and not a peace offering as you intended. I admit that I did think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Mr. Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant being. Although she is female and far less frightening than your beast, please reconsider the situation. Sir William Sinclair, Governor of Cordona. Oh, gubernurnya. Its tracks leads to the forest. Dia sudah melarikan diri, namun ada damage to the shed, fatal battering. There was a witness to the chaos on Gilden property. They dropped their knife and may have injuries from the fall. Jadi kita mencari seseorang yang terluka. Keys from dressing ground itu ada di sini. Dia ada di mana tapi? Set of keys in Theodore Gilden's dressing ground. Tapi di mana kunci ini berada? Sepertinya kita mesti ke workshop kah? Coba gua cek dulu. How to play. Pin evidence. Find a use for the item. Oke, jadi kita harus cari tahu. Alright. Tapi sebelum kita cari tahu, kita akan menuju ke jurnalis dulu untuk mengetahui sedikit curiosity apa yang tentang elephant. Cordona Chronicle, kita perlu ke sini sinak. Oke. Alright, we're back. Elephant's life. Dia ada di sebelah mana nih? Ah, ini dia. Si newspaper. Ya, Assalamualaikum.
I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. It was front page story written by science journalist 10 years ago. Jadi periodenya adalah 10 tahun yang lalu. Dari sini. Kemudian salah. 10 tahun yang lalu. Oleh sectionnya adalah front page. District, no. Jurnalis. Coba kita cek. The Lord of All Beasts, written by Dr. Ian Menzies. Only lucky few can claim to have beheld this planet's strangest and most wonderful fellow, the elephant. Said to be the land's largest animal, elephants are mammals. Oh, ini sedikit trivia tentang gajah ya. But how much we resemble them? Okay.
That's the article.
Mhm.
Feeling old already?
10 tahun yang lalu. From Theodore's dressing gown. Mungkin kita bisa masuk. Oh bisa ding. Gilden Manor. Wow. Eccentric.
Gosh, what a mansion.
Lukisan.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
Mungkin kita perlu ke atas. Ini ya itu halaman belakangnya dia. Oke, kita perlu ke atas.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss.
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Tell me everything you know.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
Waduh. Theodore play with fire. Waduh. I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, it was the most probable outcome, living with a giant wild animal such as that.
How can you be so cold? Goliath murdered my father, Mr. Holmes. He mustn't be allowed to get away with it.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Provide evidence. We haven't met before.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Okay. How the elephant killed Theodore Gilden. She heard Goliath screaming. Okay. Animal suspect rest near the shed and... Okay. Leave dulu sebentar.
I have to leave you for now.
3 evidence updated. Wah, jadi di kasus ini, waduh, kita mesti kasusnya berat ini, kasusnya berat. Oke. Imogen testimoni. Oke, harusnya sih kita udah bisa ngasih ini kali ya. Provide evidence. Animal suspect headed to the
Had
forest.
Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl. And my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Oke. Traces near the shed. Mungkin ini.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Oh, menarik sekali. Dia tidak melihat siapapun. Imogen didn't notice anyone else.
I can't think of anything else right now.
Oke.
Who's a cute bird?
Apa ini?
She packed as much as she could carry.
Oh, dia mau pergi, dia mau kabur. Kemana dia mau kabur?
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
Dia mau pergi kemana kamu? Oh, wah, siapakah ini?
The same dull poses on all romantic photographs.
Siapakah nih?
So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk. We
Sepertinya
found
itu
false
orangnya.
idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think.
Oke. Sepertinya dia mau kabur, tapi ini dia nih.
A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
Oh, interesting. Dia berusaha untuk membarikade jendelanya. This victory is for you and you only, for my lighthouse in the darkest storm. Ini kita bisa obrolin sini sebagai evidence. Coba ntar lihat. To play, talk to a key person. Right. Kita bisa ngobrol nih.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
Oke, menarik. Nggak ada lagi ya. Mungkin ini.
I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Oke.
I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Packet
These
bags.
bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
We want to start. Oh, mereka mau kabur untuk pergi kali ya.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Oke. To evidence update. Yap, ini dan ini Imogen's testimony. Sekarang kita mesti cari tahu di mana si ini berada. Paul. Oke. Paul itu ada di ini dia. Salasia Yacht Club. Jadi kita mesti keluar dari sini dulu. Nggak ada lagi ya sana ya. Oke. Sebentar. Oh, House of Ivory ini masih menyimpan sesuatu. Dia tadi di sini. Ini kamar ininya dia. Ah, ini dia dari sini. Yes, this is it. Faded letter, view over.
Nicest
Okay.
spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Interesting.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Wah, ada Ganesha. Oke, ada banyak hal di sini.
Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling. From before Mycroft was born, our family loves to prod at the past.
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
Quite the spectrum. From the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution.
Elephant's Man, Cordona Chronicle.
His second child, an apparent son and heir, I'd say.
Ivory Bats.
What's so special about this place? Another elephant?
Oke, ada tempat gajah yang lain ternyata.
A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Ya. Ivory Bats construction plan. Alright. Oke, harusnya ada sesuatu di sini. Oh, jari palsu.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger.
Parfum? Parfum gajah?
Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
What?
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
Okay.
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured.
Tinggal satu lagi. Koran? No? Pulpen? Bukan. Oh. Gajah.
I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
Oke, gajah-gajahnya udah.
Looks eccentric and smells eccentric.
Mana lagi yang belum nih? Harusnya ada kuncinya dia deh. Animal suspect, Imogen's testimony, chaos unfolded. Berarti habis, tapi ini belum. Masih ada beberapa evidence lagi yang harus ditemukan. Every batch construction plan. Monstera. Mungkin gue kok konsentrasi ada sesuatu. Gak ada apa-apa. Kita tanya kembali.
A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
Alright, vial with perfume.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant sweat. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur spirit.
Newman Palace clue. Oke, mari kita cek. Partnership ended. Fatal battering. Oke, sepertinya belum bisa diungkap. Itu ada buku. Itu artinya apa ya? Icon buku itu. Icon buku search this in archive. Oke. Jadi kita mesti ke archive. Mesti keliling-keliling dulu nih teman-teman. Photo of Imogen. Oke, kita mesti tanya-tanya. Oke, kita keluar dulu dari sini. Sekarang nih kuning dan artinya itu adalah tidak ada lagi yang bisa ditelusuri di tempat ini. Key evidence collected, tapi belum all. Nah, kita cek kembali.
Gosh, what a mansion.
Ada lagi nggak sekitar sini? What the hell?
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
Oh, boneka. All evidence collected. Interesting. Oke, jadi kita bisa pergi keluar dari sini. Oke, ini artinya saya perlu ke sebelah sini lah untuk menuju ke yacht. Ini dia dari sini. Ini dia. Imogen. Ini bisa tanya-tanya di sini. Wah, ini ada gentleman di sini. Cordonian singer, Yaklaf Melo.
Can I ask you a question?
That's a question I can answer.
Paul missed the race and no one has seen him since morning. He might be in his room in the workshop south of the yacht club. Di sebelah selatan workshopnya. Mungkin ada di sini. Mungkin ini Paul. This is Paul. Maybe? Nope. Ini dia workshopnya dia.